Okay, thanks for joining me here. We're going to learn how to update our Facebook business page background, the wallpaper here, and I'm also going to do change the photo here. But we're going to use Canva to edit this, and then we'll build a simple ad using our new PCS2Jax Facebook business page. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go here at canva.com. Let's go ahead. So canva.com. Bring you here. Let's go to the home page. You see, you'll need a account. If you don't have an account, go ahead and create one. It's pretty easy. It takes minutes. And then once you get started, we'll go ahead and start doing this thing called create a design. So touch that or click that big button right here, and there's all these different options you can do. Ones I typically deal with are the social media ones, Facebook posts, and Facebook ad. You'll see that down here. But Katie does a lot of stuff where she makes her little buyer packets. She uses, I think it's up here, letterhead, presentations, A4. So she just kind of messes around with these things, then explores a bit. So you can also see you can do YouTube channel art, which is great. I've done that. If you have a Twitter page, you could also do that. Edit your Twitter header. I'm not really, here it is, Twitter post. So you can do a bunch of stuff with it. So Facebook cover is the one we're going to work on initially, so let's go ahead and click on that. Okay, so Canva kind of gives you pre-designed options here on the left. You don't have to use them, you can. So it's up to you and what you want to do. Some pretty neat features for Canva are like if you want to do a 4x4, a grid, or something, you can actually just drag a grid in. So let's say we want to do 4x4. We'll go down to uploads. I've uploaded all these images in the past, so we'll just try some here. So let's say I drag this, let's drag this. How about that? And sure, why not? Okay, and if you want to edit the position of this photo, double click it, bring it down, and then click the little check mark. And then you can just edit your photos any way you want. Cool thing about Canva is you can do a lot of little interesting things. So let's go to elements again, double click it. You can see here, you can go to shapes. Once you go to shapes, you can bring this shape over it, and it looks like I'm covering it up, which I kind of am. I'll show you why. So say you have, well, actually, let me do this real quick so I can demonstrate something. So say you have this header, you want to add something there. Let's just test header. So it's there, but you can't really see it too well. You see that? What you can do though is you can bring that little box. I'm not really sure where I want. We'll try it again. That box that I just created, we'll just do another one here. Bring that over, cover the whole photo. You don't have to do the whole photo if you don't want. You can even change the color. Let's say we want to do a gray. And then this little button right here where it says range, you can differentiate the layer in which the graphic's in. So let's say we want to go back one. So we'll leave it there so we can have the test header. And then this little checkerboard right here, it's a transparency filter. So right now it's 100% opaque, but you can bring it down to be less opaque. So right here, so it's kind of cool. So you can add like a gray filter. So now this is in the background. Now your test header looks really bright. So as opposed to that, where it's hard to read, you can bring it up now, and you can kind of see that. You don't even have to do the full screen if you don't want. Sometimes you just want to do a little banner. Excuse me. And make it small like that. And now you got yourself a nice, neat, professional looking graphic. And that's that. Okay, so I actually do not want to do that, so we will start over. No, don't want to save anything. Okay, so we'll go and create a design. Again, we'll go to Facebook cover. Okay, so I have a new image I want to upload. Go here. Okay, I'm looking for a photo, just download it. And if you want to see where I download photos, I'll do that real quick. Open up a new tab, go to this thing called the stocks.im. So the stocks.im. Typically I like to use Pixabay or Pexels. These seem to have more options and it's easier to navigate on their website. So then for that Jacksonville one, I just typed in Jacksonville. And here's that photo. So he's got two little helicopters and that looks pretty cool for the PCS to Jax. Okay, so I just uploaded it here. Let's go ahead and, no, that's not it. There it is. Let's drag it in there. So see how I kind of did this weird shape here and it didn't really fill in my screen? That's because I didn't have a grid in. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like if I do a grid now. So now I have this grid. Let's do the upload again. And now it automatically fills it in for me. Cool, and that's a good height. And now, there you go. That was pretty easy. But it's usually if you do that grid first, and that way you can just drag your photo in. Okay, so I want to add a little text here. But I'm going to do that same little trick I did earlier, where I had the little box. Okay, so here's a box. Make it small. Okay. I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm making a little box so I can put broker Navy to Navy homes. All right. Let's go ahead and type that in. Okay, there's your broker Navy to Navies. We'll make that small. Maybe an 8. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, but actually let's make this box just a little smaller. Okay, and I'm gonna make that gray color. Okay, and then I'm also gonna add a little equal opportunity housing. You can download these images off online. Okay, there you go. That's how you do that. Just make sure you save the title of your design. So we're going to say PCS to Jax wallpaper. And download it. I recommend doing the PNG. It helps with the stretching out and transparency options for down the road. Okay, so now my photo has been downloaded and I can go to my PCS Jax, add cover, upload photo. I'll go to my downloads. And I'll be perfectly sized. If I hadn't done it in Canva, this little broker to Navy homes wouldn't have been there in the right position. Everything would have been kind of off. So using the pre-designed templates on Canva allows you to do the different sizes. You can see here as I hover over Facebook cover, it says 828 pixels by 315. Facebook ads 1200 by 628. And these are the recommended sizes for these posts and these photos and to get uploaded correctly, and so the sizing is correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. Let's add a photo here, upload, and I'm going to use this thing called PCS stickers. Okay, that's a cool little PCS sticker right there. Save. And once that's saved, we'll go ahead and build our first ad. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so let's go back to Canva. We're going to create a Facebook ad. Let's start from the beginning. You can see how I'm doing this, flying through this thing. Okay, so let's go to create a design. Popular designs people use. If you don't have this popular design column, it's on the very bottom in ads, Facebook ad. Okay, again, it gives you the same format options. You can take one of the layouts, do whatever you want with it. You can move it around. A lot of times you'll see it says free. If not, it'll have this little $sign where you'll have to pay to use that specific type layout. Not necessary. You can pretty much do everything you need to do for free. Okay, so again, we'll start off with grid. I'm going to use a single image for this ad, so I'm just going to drag that frame in. I'm going to upload an image. Let's say PCS to Jax again. Alright, let's get a cute little photo of family moving in. We'll upload that. And then I think we're just going to put a little banner here and just say PCS into Jax, just to kind of catch people's eyes while they're scrolling through their feed. Okay, let's look at our photos. All right, it looks good here. Got our little picture of this, and now we're creating an ad. Okay, our image is almost finished uploading. You can see the status of it over here. If this thing does not finish uploading, your image won't download correctly and you won't be able to save your image. So if this happens, you just have to refresh your page and then try it over again. Okay, looks like it's finished uploading, so let's go ahead and drag it in. Again, you can kind of move it around, size it up. And let's go ahead and put a banner. Okay, so elements. While I'm here real quick, I'm just going to show you a couple cool little features. If you wanted to do, alright, let's delete this, we'll do it again. Say you wanted to do something different, fun, or whatever you want to do here, you can just drag in this. Let's delete that. So this frame's too small. It's already sized for whatever it needs to be. So you can do this. This one's already sized. So these are already frames. They're not grids. So let's go ahead and start over. Go to grids. We'll say we wanted to do a 4x4, and then we wanted to add a frame on top of it. You could add, say, something like another frame. Say you wanted to do something like this. You definitely do that. It's got these little cool little lines. It shows you when you're perfectly centered or on which axis, X or Y. And so you can then upload your photo. So let's say we want to do that. Oh. So you want to drag it into what image you want. Okay, so let's do that, that. And I'm just playing around right now. It doesn't matter. So you can kind of get the idea of what you want to do. And I mean, Canva's got so much stuff like this. So you can just get creative, do whatever you want. And it's really up to you. There's just different options. So say you wanted to add cool little graphic art on top of it. There's this thing called I Love Canva. So it gives you just all these Canva options, but then you got all this stuff over here. You got circular, interesting little banners, things. So we want to do like, hey, PCS into Jax. PCS to Jax. Cool. Or you can be like, hey, all right, are you ready to PCS? So you can do a cute little photo. Maybe I will do that. Actually, it looks pretty cool. So let's do that. Delete that. We'll delete this whole thing. Delete that. Okay, let's start fresh. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a grid going again. Get a full grid. Let's go to upload. I'm going to use this. You have to take this photo and you have to drag it over to your grid. Okay. We just saw that cool little I Love Canva, the little text bubble, and we use it. Okay, this thing's enormous. So maybe she wants to say PCS into Jax. You can move it around. Yeah. I didn't really like it then. Alright, so let's do what we were originally going to do. Let's go to here. Let's drag this image in. And this is how it works, you know. We'll get your idea, and then you'll play around with it, and it doesn't work. You're like, oh, actually, that doesn't look cool. And so, actually, let's check down here. See what happens. Okay, and then let's do some text. And then we'll do PCS2 Jax. How about PCSing? And let's say Jacksonville, Florida. Maybe not everybody knows what Jax is, because we'll be advertising that in Jacksonville, but in other parts. Okay. The thing I'm always conscious about when I'm making ads on Canva is like, how much text am I using? How much of this photo is covering up? Because when you're doing your ads, Facebook will only allow you to post things that are not more than 25% of the photo. So it should be fine. It's kind of too white for me, so let's go ahead and change that up. I actually like using a specific blue color, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that one in. And then I'm going to change that color to black or white. Okay, and that works. All right, hopefully that catches people's eyes, and if it doesn't, then we'll re-engage and try something else. Transparency, let's see, it works a little better. Kind of gives it that nice little professional element. If you didn't want to do this route, let's say you wanted to do maybe, let's go with a white background. Okay, and then there's no real shadow option in Canva, but check this out. If you were to copy your text, so you go to this little button, say copy, and then change that one to black. So now you got PCS, Jax, and you got one black and one white. You can actually just bring it right over. So let's say we want this actually to be red now, so we can see it. There's a specific red I like using as well. And you'll start figuring out what colors you like. I've just went ahead and copied all these different type colors. So let's say we want this PCS Jax to be red over it. You can just use once you click it, you can use your buttons. So now you create like a little shadow effect, which is kind of cool. Not really a fan of this red, so let's go change that. Okay, let's go to maybe a gray. So there's another gray color I like using. Looks kind of funky. Let's see if that blue worked. So I think I'll just keep the blue. I'll get rid of the black. There you go. That was just an option if you wanted to do some shadow effect. Well, another thing you could do too is say you don't want to put a blue banner there and you just want to have that PCS and a Jax. Again, you could do the little shadow here, bring it over, click it, and then you can use your cursor to bring it. So that's kind of cool. Kind of gets hidden a little bit, but it looks better than without it. Alright, so that's just how to do a shadow in Canva, but we will not do that. Okay, we'll go ahead and do our little element, bring that screen back in, or the banner, drag it over, arrange it, we'll bring it back once. The reason you can't see it is because my text is white. That's okay, we're going to keep it white. Change it to blue. It's too thick right there, okay. Okay, it looks, doesn't look bad. All right, so we'll go ahead and download it. Again, PNG, you can, to show you that you can do PDF. If you want to print this out, you can do a JPEG. We would recommend going with their setting and go download. Okay, so you just have to know where your images and stuff downloads on your computer, and that way you can access your design. All right, so let's go back to our business page here. And let's say we're creating I don't really have a landing page for this yet, but that's fine. We're not going to really create it. We'll just say we're going to link them here to Frisco's Heroes. Okay, so a cool function about a neat feature of Facebook is that when you put a web address in your box here, it'll actually do this thing called fetching preview. And once you get the preview complete, you can erase your website or whatever. You can say, attention military. Are you PCSing this summer? To Florida? Or did you just get orders and don't know where to live? Let us help you. Let your local military real estate experts help you out. You can say whatever you want. This is just for demonstrations. Okay. If you want to do cool little emoticons, this little emoticon right here, emoji, you can throw that in there. Okay, so now we got this image half cut off. Doesn't really matter. Let me show you what we're about to do. Okay, so let's go to that image we just created. So wherever your download goes to, just upload that. I know where mine goes. It goes to my Chrome's download folder. Okay, that's the image we just created. So let's go unselect that image, and this will be fine right here. If it looks like this is what you want it to look like. You want to edit this piece, and you can be attention military personnel. I might catch people's attention. Okay, so let's say we want to see what it looks like. Let's preview it. Another cool feature on your Facebook business page is that, let's say you've got some extra time in the morning or in the evening, outside of the everyday hustle, grind, whatever you want to call it, and you want to be able to create some ads, but you don't have time to boost it, or you're trying to get in the peak time. You can schedule them. So you can go to this thing called schedule and say, I want to schedule it today at 12 noon. This thing does not like that, so let's go to 12 p.m. Okay, so let's schedule it. And you're like, oh, where did my post go? Well, you can go here, see my post. One scheduled post for today at 12:39. Here's your post. Attention military is the one we just created, and this is what it looks like. PCS in Jacksonville, Florida. Attention military personnel. Attention military, are you PCS? Okay. And this is what this ad could potentially look like. You can edit it, so just click on it. This is what it looks like. And when you click this ad, it actually takes them away from that and takes them to your website. Okay, so now let's say we actually do want to create that. Let's go ahead and just publish it. So say you had it edited and you're like, oh, actually I just want to publish it now. So just go ahead and hit publish. All right, so now it should be on your Facebook page. So we created an ad, but this ad is just internal to your Facebook page. It's not reaching everybody else, because obviously I don't have anybody that likes this page. But if I want to reach people out there, let's go ahead and create an ad. And you can tune into my next webinar where it teaches you how to create a Facebook ad. All right, guys, so I hope that helped out, and we'll talk to you soon.